Good. Kyungnae, Bill, San. Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a quick recap of some of the self-defense or the close range defense techniques that we were doing last time, and we're going to do two more. The first one is the takedown, always a fun one, but very important that you practice this if you have something very, very soft for someone to land on. You don't want to do it too hard because it is quite intense. If you have your weight and another person's weight going down towards the floor. The second one is going to look almost like a judo throw, like this one. Same thing. This one you don't really want to be practicing with someone all the way at home, but I'll show you how you can practice the first part of it. Okay, and I hope you enjoy. So first we're going to look at just a quick recap of what we did last week, which was first the rear choke. So like we said, someone for some reason comes up behind you, wraps their arm around your neck, and they're trying to cut off your oxygen, or maybe they're just trying to take you somewhere, trying to manipulate you to go somewhere else. Now, the first thing that you want to do in all of these techniques is your stance. So we've got someone's neck, arm around your neck, you're going to go down, strong stance, and drop your hips, don't drop your back. So you're going to drop your hips, bend your knees, and first thing is pull down. You want to get your chin, like we said, between the arm and your throat. So chin tucked in, and from here we're going to use our elbows because they're the closest and also the toughest that we can use. So you're going to shift to the side, elbow strike, shift to the other side, elbow strike. And you're just going to keep doing this one. You can do different angles until you feel slightly loosening, and then from, let's say the arm is wrapped this way around, it's going to open up like this. You want to step this way out. Because what did we say? If you try and go like this, then you might end up in a side choke again. So let's try that one more time. So stance is ready. You're going to pull down, chin is tucked, elbow, 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 maybe elbow here, and you can just roll up and then finish off with the last one. Okay, next one we had the front choke. So this is the same thing, more spontaneous attack. You don't have a wall behind you, so you have some freedom to move. If they're coming with some momentum, you're moving backwards. This is actually in your favor. As they're moving forward, we can, like we had to square last time, step back, grab their hand, arm over, and back elbow. So let's try that one more time. So let's say you're walking like this, boom, step back, grab their arm, over, so you're locking in both wrists under your armpit, and back elbow, just like this. Okay. And then the last one was the side choke. So the side choke was your best escape would just be pure blunt force trauma, which is then two legs over here, someone's holding you around your neck, most likely just trying to keep control of you. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold onto their arms, you can use them as leverage. This knee is too close, you can use this knee, boom, to get right into that dead leg spot on the side of the quad. So knee, boom, 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 until you feel a little bit of loosening. This one you can pull your head out. You don't want to go towards that side because then you might get back into a rear choke. So you're going to pull your head out. If you want, if you've practiced this before, let's say someone's arm is like this, your head escapes, you can bring the elbow and the wrist up like this. But it's a better idea to just push and run away. Okay, so just let me know next time if you have any questions about any of these. Shadip, Kyungnae, Bill, San. So the next thing we're going to look at is the takedown. Now a takedown is very difficult to predict. Sometimes you just find yourself in the right situation where you're able to pull one off. I'm assuming some of you have realized this with Master Harrison when you're doing defense drills, when you get very close and you've got your stance keeps changing, and next moment you've got one leg sweeping your leg and you're getting put on the floor. So what the perfect position would look like is, if I'm in my left front stance, let's say my opponent is in a right front stance, which means that this leg is closest to my left leg, so their right leg. So from this position, what is gonna be the best is, for some reason, they decide to throw a front hand inward punch towards your head over here. So what you're gonna do is outward block. Same thing as the double grab. Block and grab the arm. From here, you can step forward. You're gonna step forward, grab onto the shoulder. Now there are two ways we can do this. Step forward, put your foot behind their leg, and just push down. So this is more like a trip. So what it's gonna look like is, from this position, I'm gonna punch, you're gonna block, grab my arm, grab my shoulder. Your right foot is going to come behind my right foot over here, and you're going to push me down in this direction. So this is very quick. Block, step forward, and throw. Now, if we want to make it a little bit more effective, to make sure that even if it's someone that's a little bit taller or maybe stronger than us, that we can get them down, it will maybe look something like this. So same thing, let's say their right foot is closer. This is the perfect situation. They're gonna do a front hand inward punch. I'm gonna block, grab their arm, grab their shoulder. Then from here, knee strike. So knee strike, very important. You're gonna see why. Knee strike, and then from here, you're gonna go behind their leg, and you're going to hook at the same time as you're pushing. Hook and push, like this. So let's try one more time. So you're gonna block, grab onto the shoulder, rear leg knee strike into the stomach, behind their foot, you're gonna hook and you're gonna push down with your right hand. So very fast, it'll look like this. So you're gonna block, knee strike, and down. Let's try one more time. So block, grab, knee strike, and onto the floor. Okay, so this, like I said, is not a silver bullet. It's not going to work every time. What could happen is that you find yourself in the right position. That if I have my right foot forward, they have their right foot forward, and from this position, it's very easy to then, but you have to block with your rear hand. You're going to block, same thing, step forward and do a takedown. Okay, so you're gonna have to practice this one nice and slow, just go through the movements. But the two main things that you're looking at is getting hold of the arm over here, the shoulder, and then getting your foot behind this leg. And you want to push while you pull. So you're gonna push and try to hook this leg out of the way. Okay. Try that one very slowly if you want to practice this one. Cheerio, Kyungne, Dil, Sun. Okay, so the last thing we're going to look at is it's going to look like a judo throw. It's going to have some things that are similar to the takedown in the way that we move, the direction that we move, but it's also very technical. And you also, you don't want to look for this. Sometimes it just kind of happens. So what it's going to look like is, so we're going to start off in the same direction. The best technique or the best close range defense that this could possibly be used for is the double grab. So if someone grabs you over here, you can grab onto their hand and their right hand aiming towards your head, you're going to block. Now from here, this is a perfect situation. So what you're going to do is you're going to block, grab onto the hand, you're going to go, this foot is going to step forward. So I'm in a straight line over here. My hand that's free is going to lock under this arm. So you're gonna hold their bicep between your, just above your shoulder. So you're gonna go like this, step, so bend your knees, keep your back straight, and straighten your legs. And you're gonna pull. So this is the push and the pull we're talking about. You're pushing, and with your arms you are pulling, like this. So let's try one more time. So same thing, let's just say from a rear hand inward punch, coming from this side, you're gonna block, catch, step forward, you're gonna lock their arm, so it's gonna look like this from the front. I'm gonna block your hand, I'm gonna catch it, I'm gonna step forward, I'm gonna lock your hand in here. So now my legs are bent, my back is straight, and throw over. Boom, onto the floor. Very straight. Okay. So one way you can practice this at home, just to get the feeling or to understand the technique a little bit better, is if you have a friend, you can hold onto their wrist, and all you're going to do is like this. You're going to step, go to this part, and just pick them up and put them back down again. And you step back. Step forward. So watch my feet are right next to each other. Lock and straight and down. Back again. Step over here. And then the third one, you can pick a little bit up more. For me, because I'm very, very tall, I have to take a wide stance. In case someone's much shorter than me, then I have to throw more like this. But whatever you feel helps you to keep better balance. You can keep your legs a little bit closer in order to do this one. Okay, so practice these two at home slowly, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Cheerio, Kyungne, Bill, Sun. Okay, so just a quick recap of what we did today. We looked at some of our close range defense techniques that we practiced in the previous class, which was for the rear choke, front choke, and the side choke. Then we also did the takedown and like a judo throw. The reason why we can mix all of these together is because there's always more than one escape. There's always more than one technique to get out of a tricky situation. Sometimes you have to practice all of these different techniques so that when you do get into a situation, then you're like, I've been in this situation before. This leg's over here, I'm just gonna do this. Or I've been in this situation before, I'm just gonna practice this one. Anything like that. So, especially like I said, the takedown or the throw, that is something that happens when you just find yourself in that situation. Most of the time, it's not planned unless you're specifically trained to do this, but it's always good to know. Okay, so if there's anything else that you maybe want to practice, then just let the instructors know and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so if you decide to practice these at home, please do it nice and slow and make sure that the surface, the floor surface is super, super soft. When I was training this in Korea, then we had a sponge mat that covered the entire floor, plus 2 gymnastics mats on top of that we would practice to form, because your whole body is going to hit the floor nice and slow. Okay, Cheerio, Kyungne, Bill, Sun.